okay, we're going for speed to try to go faster than 2 hours and 3 minutes. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we're gonna try. Ooh. I think there's a clear winner here. We have great stars. We're doing great stars. That's not great stars. There's great stars. I could take charming branches. Those could be helpful. I think I'll just take that. That'll be at least something. All right, and here we go. Your band name, go on. What you got? Okay, let me get rid of this, and then put that there. I need 22 strength, which means that I need 15. So I need 6 more strength. Okay. It's a Knight's Cav. What a surprise. It's always a Knight's Cav. It's always a Knight's Cav. Jackson and the Barbacks. What's a barback? I'm assuming something related to bartending, but I don't understand it. But I might just be dumb. A bar-specific busser. Ah! I've never heard that term before in my life. But, hey, if you all agreed upon it, I think it's a great name. I say go for it. And those that understand the joke will understand. Man, I was really hoping you were going to be at the end of the game. God damn it, Rick. I'm sad. Now I'm sad.
But I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carl.
Also, who's Jackson? I'm assuming Jackson is your guitarist. Got a 2 and a 5. Okay. Do I need to come back here? I don't think I do, but I'm gonna grab this just in case. He's our singer. Ah, okay. Hello, Bip. How are you today? I feel like the name of this band works really well when people know what a barback is and know things related to bartending. But for someone like myself that doesn't know, I definitely don't get it. You'd have definitely punched someone by now. Oh no, is it one of those days? I'm so sorry. Ah, I hate those days. Those days suck. One of those days. Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry. Push a bit further and find your sound a bit. Fair. How's our randomizer going? We just started. We finished the other run very quickly this morning because we got like really lucky with going to certain places and finding what we needed. And now we're doing some speed runs because I was gonna start something else and then I decided not to. I figured I would wait for that. So we're doing this because I want to play more Elden Ring. And I felt like doing more randomizer specifically. I'm enjoying the randomizer stuff. Randomizers are always fun with the hello, who's inside the door kind of bit. I enjoy it. Reeves of Night. Specs, out of curiosity, am I the only one that didn't understand the joke that you've told the name of the band to? Nice drip.
Only to have their did you know it's quite a
Looking great. 10 out of 10.
heading to entice well that but I don't have it's scary. I want to on nothing.
I'm nothing but a craven.
Can you take
So far, yes? Okay. You'll have to let me know if I'm the only person that didn't understand it or if other people are the same. I'm curious. Night Rain reference. Can you believe that this game took so many of the enemies and designs of Night Rain and put it in this game? Can you believe these people? How dare they? Steal from the definitely perfect game that is Night Rain and put it into this. Ah! Somber 3, which I think might be new. The game just called me beautiful. It's very kind of them. And I got preserved balls. Most people spoken to about have been in the hospitality industry. I will say, the reason I asked about the Jackson thing was because you prefaced it by saying the guitarist was an award-winning cocktail, or won a national cocktail competition or whatever. So I was expecting that person to be the Jackson. Because they sound like the famous one. Violet call says you decorated bartender a bar back. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Bum 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 ba da bum ba. Hello, Jazz. Goodbye, Jazz. Last shards. Are you as a customer? I am here as a customer. Oh, you got smithing ones? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What I'm talking about. I barely have any money so far, but we have smithing ones. And 3s, so I need 2s. 3 of them. 3, 2. 3 2s. Hey, look, the Graft Scion. All the starting enemies have been like shifted by like one boss so far. We're calling in sick. I hope not. If they do that, that I think is technically retaliation and illegal. Pretty sure. Spira! Poison moth fight could be okay. If I can even put it on the hammer, which I don't think I can. Pretty sure we looked at it as just swords, I think. Welcome back, Dan. I'm glad that things are working out. Got e-delivery, nice. I should probably contact my credit card company and be like, so what do I do? Because I can't get my credit card because it has the strike. Can you help me? You figure out how to beat Bale? Good luck. Bale is the highest scaling. You've been clearing out bosses, though. You've been doing great so far. I saw. Just a PCR left. Let's go. Although I think PCR is going to be real tough, but let's go. Doing damage is good advice. Doing damage is good, solid advice. Solid advice. I always grab the physic. I really don't need to grab the physic. There's no point in grabbing it. Because we're barely ever getting things for the physic tier. Maybe I should stop grabbing this. By throwing flaming balls at her? Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Also good advice, Pip. Also good advice. From the gaming school of James. True. Hello, clown. Thank you for increasing the odds. How are you today? That virgin tried to touch me. I did not authorize that. Miss All still use physic. Also don't read. Also don't read. That's a big one.
Welcome. Well, you please. I'm hungry.
Okay. I've officially found in Hades 2, for anyone that is doing like the hard mode stuff now with the Vow of Rivals, I have found the greatest thing that you can use on the boss 2 going down hard mode. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Also, aren't allowed to leave and get stronger. Also true. Also true. Okay, clown. If you are struggling with that boss, here's what you do. You start with Hestia. You get Selene. You get the dropping a moon one. If you don't get dropping a moon one, just redo the night. You get the dropping a moon one. You get it God sent. And then in the fight, when you drop the moon, it kills everything in the area. Which it literally, when you push the button and put it down, it does, you'll see half of their health bar is turned white because they take so much damage from all the Scorch. It's insane. It's actually kind of unfair. It feels too good. I've also now beaten every single hard mode boss except for going up the final one. I've beaten every other one, though. Get Bale consistently down to about third health. Let's go. Hell yeah. Sadly, we did not get a Great Rune. Sadly. Splooted, indeed. How's it going, Zook? One up, one down, the other one going down. The one going up made you want to tear your own hair out for the first time? Yeah. Yeah. That does explain why you decided to go bald a little while ago. I'm with you now. I get you. God, I'm getting a lot of smithing stones, eh? Now, I would blame the dragon, but I did kind of run straight into the breath. That really was my fault, I feel like. Exactly, exactly. If you have no hair, you can't rip your own hair out. It's true. It's genius. It's genius. Depending on how this run goes, I'm either going to do another one after this, or I might start working towards, because I want to get Dark Souls 3 Deathless Randomizer. I want to get Dark Souls 3 Deathless as well, but I want to get Dark Souls 3 Randomizer Deathless, so I might start that. Speaking of bail, I have found $0 on this run so far. This is a very bad run. Now, it could be made up for if we find 2 Great Runes immediately. Will that happen? Almost assuredly not. But it could! And we're living on a prayer that it could. That's what matters. I think I'm missing, like, 4 or 5 things for prophecies that I have left. And it's like 1 per. And most of them are related to relationships, so I just need to get more parts going on. I still need the last animal companion. I haven't actually done that. I need to focus on that at some point too. I watched Ko get the ending yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I watched Ko get the ending. I watched the YouTube. Clown. And Ko has a completely different opinion on the ending than we do. They think it's one of their favorite endings to any game ever. Which I find interesting because I definitely don't feel that way. Super interesting how we can all have like such a variety of opinions on that one aspect. It's a very cute devil cat emote. I like that one. Ruler's robe. Sure. A Hollow Knight random boss order run. Ooh, are you using the randomizer? How's it going, bad? How are you today?
You're surprised no matter. Why don't? Oh, but don't. Oh.
Okay, I got a somber 1 that I could buy. Okay. Who wants to get down here enough cowbell? It's true. There's never enough. Never enough. Even if you had a whole field of cows with cowbells on them, and you had a field of people banging the cowbells too, it's never enough. Sounds good, Dan. Good luck. Kick his ass, I believe. The Ed game thing? I have not. I don't have a Netflix account because fuck Netflix lately. But I'm also not super big into like true crime. That'd be a thing right up my wife's alley though, for sure. Ah, got you, Crown. Got you. That's cool. That's a neat way to do a randomizer without doing a randomizer. I like that. A message from Letta. Gross. No dash for Dung Defender. Ugh, gross. Spinning twos! Oh my god, I can get it up to a +9. I have no money still. I'm broke as fuck, but I can make my weapon a +9. That is awesome. Holy shit. No way to unawkward this position. Oh, and I got throwables. Perfect. Perfect! This one's looking up. This one's looking up. Okay, okay, okay. Didn't know who Ed Gein was or what he did. Oh boy. That'd be like going in to watch The Terrorizer thinking it's a movie about a clown. Speaking of The Terrorizer, June, yesterday, when June came in, it was like, oh man, they're adding, Scream Dude, Ghostface to Fortnite. Really, he really undersold the fact that they're not just adding Ghostface, they're adding Scooby-Doo, Ghostface, Terrorizer, a whole bunch of others. There's like 8 different horror characters that are getting added during Fortnitemares, and he focused on Ghostface instead of that news. That would have been way more interesting. I mean, how's it going, GF? How you doing? Or if you prefer, I can call you Gv, Gv, Gv. Whatever your preference is, you let me know. You fan cast yourself a series about John Wayne Gacy. You know, out of context, it's a really disturbing thought, a really disturbing sentence, and it would be very concerning that you were thinking about that. In context, I'm curious who your fan casting is, but out of context, concerning. I really hope I really hope that my credit card is able to arrive before the end of October, because I got a bunch of horror games to buy to play that are all recommended by chat. Speaking of, if you want to recommend horror games, we're doing a chat horror game stream. We're going to play a bunch of horror games, and we'll vote after, like, I don't know, half an hour to an hour of the game to see if we continue playing it. If you want to get your game in there, make sure that you are voting for that in Discord, because that is the spot where I'm going to pick the list from. There's a thread, so make sure you go post all the games that you want to see play the horror games in there. If I've played it before, it'll not be on the list because I'll have played it already, so there's no point. But if I haven't played it before, then I'll put it on there. Even if I've seen it played, but I haven't played it myself. Shouting Scooby-Doo, where are you? It's gonna be great. What am I getting you? Well, James, bad news. Still don't have my credit card. So nothing. Also, hello, head mod. How are you? Kristen was here, and then we told Kristen that you were head mod, and Kristen disappeared. It's definitely not related to work, and because she's a very busy person that's actually like really needed at her job or anything. It's totally because she was hiding from you. Definitely, 100%. Ow. Yeah, I fucked up. See? Thank you. Exactly. Thank you for confirming. Definitely not Kristen. Throwing a tantrum? Kristen, you better be careful with saying that to James, saying James like that. If you say it like that, he might take out the head mod bonking stick. How's it going, Ruff? I'm doing grand. How are you? I'm not scared of him? Fair. To be fair, I also don't believe that. I do think you are scared of him. In fact, I have video proof that you are. And you don't remember it, but I have video proof. Because the last time that James streamed, James turned on his camera and you typed, "Ah," in chat. You gotta warn people before you do that. That was really scary. Because of your face. So I know for a fact that you are scared of James. Look, I'm looking, I'm listening. Go on. Welcome back, Dan. Still down with the sickness, but you haven't lost your humor? I'm sorry that you're still sick. I'm glad that you haven't lost your humor, though, and it's good to see you.
Well, I presume.
Is it just scared or just hate? That is a much deeper philosophical question that I don't know if we want to go down on this stream today, but it is a great question.
Something.
Okay, +9 is good enough for now. Night Rains have been Night Rain. Final boss for me was the Randa and Omen into a Onyx Lord. Very boring final boss, if I'm being honest. Something being scary and me being scared of something are two different things. True. Technically true. However, you did say ah, which means I think that you are scared of James. I think. I'll be honest, I've lost track of where we are in my argument for this. Thank you for blessing me. I appreciate it. Oh, I should mention, there is something special about the bless and the curse now, but I don't know if we're ever going to see it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is something special. You're dramatic and funny. I like it. I like it. I like it. Everdark full gore and then went to Heelster. Hell yeah. And I assume we won both of them. Congratulations. We're gonna go to Albus after this. I also need another weapon. Like, I can use this one if I get more strength, but I have to get 6 more strength, and I need... Man, I found fuck all for money. This is crazy. Normally we find at least 1 remembrance, and the fact that I've found 0 remembrances so far is a little on the weird side. Albus knows what's with the blessing curse. Indeed, indeed, Albus knows. And his secrets die with him, assuming I kill him today. Otherwise, he'll be alive, but he won't tell you, because he's very good at keeping secrets. I can't wield that. God damn it. Sometimes feels almost as scary as an Everdark boss. Yeah, the problem with the Ulster that I find is his moveset is weird. Because he does his combo, and then he has like 1 extra attack just to fuck you for no reason. No, a lot of them didn't have special icons, Ruff. I added a whole bunch of them the other day because I had not done it for a bit. So I added a whole bunch of them to this because I wanted to make sure that they were there. You had to navigate the flight area shadow, keep you on autopilot through the whole thing. I love it. Yes, and yes, you see why I crouch. Arguably, it's faster to run past them, but it's not worth the effort. Like, at all. Nah, you're good, Ruff. Don't even worry. Love the very cool drinking coffee. Love it. I love it. All right, I'm gonna go up through here. Normally I wouldn't, but I need more stuff. Oh my god, I just realized that's another smithing 4. So that is... I could get... Oh my god. I need another smithing 5 and then I can upgrade almost all the way. But I still have no money. And I can't even use this. Oh, God. Go up the fucking ladder, you Thank you for blessing me. I appreciate it. I also hate those things. It's true. It's true. You do have an excuse. Such pieces of shit. Thank you for cursing me, James. I don't know what I did to you to deserve that. Last time that we were doing anything together was when we were working at the grocery store, and you decided to shoot me and then sacrifice me to the demon outside without caring about me as a person. But apparently I deserved the curse. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, remembrance. Fuck! He's following me? Did you know that Royal Revenants can follow you up ladders? Because I'll be honest with you, I had no clue that they had that power. It makes sense, but I didn't know they could do that. Like, I understand how, because they can teleport, but I don't like it. Must be good at climbing ladders. True. I forgot they do have a lot of arms. Oh, God. It's short. We don't care about it. Give me money. Give me money. Fuck. Fuck. I guess I could sell some of the somber stones, I suppose. Do. Come through. Don't mind me. Please be a remembrance. Damn it. Please be big money. Kristen, can you tell your children to be nicer to me? That was really mean. You're behind you? That they do. They're mean. Those ghosts are a pain in the ass sometimes. Oh, fuck. I forgot that she would want to... I don't want to go to the round table. I just wanted to make the elevator faster.
I can take gathering place.
Are they not a Kristen hive mind? You know what? You're probably right, actually. It's true. I think they are. Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah, that time it didn't do the thing. Okay, whatever. Notice your stare? If you make eye contact, they chase you. Definitely how it works. Please be money. Please be money. I have so many... I quit way too far. I panicked. I have so many smithing stones. How's it going, cutie? Good morning. Oh, how are you today? I quit out too far. My smith is very stoned, yes. Or they will be soon. How goes it? Well, it's good but bad. So right now, we are we're not finding a lot of things, but we're also finding like all the smithing stones. So I'm very poor, but I'm rich in upgrades. Which is arguably good. But I can't wield my weapon because I need more strength. So, yeah. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. How are you doing? Because I can do 4s, 5s, 6s, and 1 7. Like, I'm so rich in stuff. To the round table. You are unwieldy? Yes.
Let my hand.
Excuse me. Hello. I could wield that dagger, actually. I'm just realizing. I have 6s already. I don't need 6s. Okay. These stones are made out of fellow smiths. We gotta go to Albus. Mixel, does Albus have a great rune? Yes or no?
No matter how you're up.
You're the Albus Whisperer. $2K for that? I'll take that. Okay, let's strengthen you. Saki says yes. Oh my god, I just need so much more money. Sell 4, sell 1. Okay, good enough, good enough. Although I still need way more money. Let's go to Albus. Albus, yes, okay. Dragon, kill dragon. The problem is I could kill dragon, but I would need something with bleed on it that I can wield. Otherwise, it'll take a very long time. And the killing dragon is not exactly the fastest thing. It is money, but it's not fast. Ideally, we just run down here and I pick up a bunch of remembrances on the way. That'd be great. That would be fantastic. If that could just happen right now, perfection. I really want to do a region locked area again, and I have an idea for one. But it might be miserable, which could be good. I don't want to do all bosses, though. I don't like doing all bosses. I like doing just whatever the required bosses of the area are. I saw a really confusing video yesterday on YouTube, or the other day, Someone had a video saying it was region locked all bosses, but then in their actual like description, it was only the any % run, so it wasn't all bosses. It was a very confusing video. Go find the Crystallians. Unfortunately, in this, they are not going to give me that much money, but I love the way you're thinking. That was an exclusive bug, as far as I can tell, to the Foggate randomizer. Kanto region, not that kind of region. Look, Remembrance! Fuck!
Please, no.
Honestly, for the fact I can't wield it, that's actually not terrible. Okay, he did not have it. But that's actually really good. That's Altus access, I think. Probably gotta change the title. No. This is a YouTube video. They made the title that way, and then they put a little comment saying that that was not what the video was, and they knew what they like in responses. They were like, no, this is what this is the explanation. It was very weird, very confusing. Is it a crying stallion? No, but I can see why you'd say that. Cry stallion. Ooh, you finished Split Fiction? I still need to finish that with my wife. We were playing that before the fire, and then, you know, that kind of took precedence. A little bit. Just a tiny bit of precedence for that. Half man, half crystal. True. So the main reason we're going up here right now is there is more stuff, like there's more merchants and stuff along the way and more items. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm going to run past things up here and get, I don't know, some sort of money. Because right now I have a great weapon. It's a plus 18, but I'm broke as fuck. Yes, I hope so too. I really want to play the rest of that. I enjoyed what we did play. It was very fun. I've never played It Takes Two, but I've seen it that game played, and that game is very good. And Split Fiction has been fantastic so far. Two. This year is definitely going down as one of the greatest years in gaming ever. There's too many good games this year, and I love it. I love that Game of the Year is actually hard to decide for a lot of people. Is it any good? Hey, it's really good on Ancient Dragons. Otherwise, no, but it's really good on Ancient Dragons. I am curious what's going to happen with Split Fiction now that EA's been bought out. I don't imagine anything good. Stab Bale, love it. Yes, do it, do it. Dragon Scale Blade, that's a great one. Can I wield that? I can wield that. There's just a weapon called Rapier in this game? I've clearly used this, but I forgot that that was a thing.
Poor losers.
You're a little tanky. Then they got bought, right? Right? I saw the best joke I saw about that, and it's not my joke, so don't give me credit for this, but someone said, I can't wield that, but that is a really good weapon. That might be a consideration. Somebody said that when they bought EA, they forgot for the $50 billion amount. They unfortunately forgot to purchase the $10 merger add-on pack that is required to finish the merger. Sadly. You're actually gonna try and use it? That would have been great. I still think you should try just to see how bad it is. It is. It's an unfathomable amount of money. It's crazy how much they paid for it. I'm curious how many other, because like now that Twitter and EA have both been bought, obviously there's a lot more companies that are coming out and buying companies and making them private to make a profit, right? I'm curious how many more are gonna get bought out, because at the end of the day, if somebody comes up and says, hey, you should buy this, or I want to buy this, they have to do it because of shareholders. That's the whole existence and reason for them, right? But then they will, oh my God. They don't do anything good with them usually. Oh, that's real good. I don't have the stuff for it, but that's real good. I need 7 more dexterity for that. That might be a consideration. The song is Bubblegum Bitch by Marina. Unfortunately, my bot is not working because I need to do an update to it, apparently. Let's go check over here. Feel like it's very biased if you're over them if they didn't choose Claire Obscura Silksong. I don't think Silksong deserves it. I think Silksong was not better than Hollow Knight in some ways. Just like I think Hades 2 doesn't deserve it. I think E33, Blueprints, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are my like top 3. And I didn't even play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I know how much better and like how good that was for pushing things forward in its genre. I didn't feel like either Hades 2 or Silksong pushed their genre forward. They just made the previous game better. Which is great for people that have played those games. But... and I really enjoyed Hades 2. So... the end of the story was a thing? Yep! Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And, like, there's a difference between what is Game of the Year based on all the criterias for what would make a Game of the Year, in my opinion. Like, best soundtrack, best story, best gameplay, all that. Versus people's personal Game of the Year. You know? People's personal Game of the Year will always be based on their experiences during the game and what resonated with them. Like, E33 will be my personal Game of the Year, even if it doesn't win. But I also think it should win because it is genuinely an incredible experience. But Blueprints is another one that I think is up there for one of my personal favorite games of the year. But I don't know if it should win Game of the Year over E33, for example. So, Four Kings is a Dark Souls boss. Dark Souls 1. How close am I to being able to wield this? Because that Strength Talisman is incredible. I need 1 more strength. Oh my God, this run went from being like we're like screwed to we have everything. Nice, good job, Crown. Congrats. Someone buy a Nintendo? I actually don't know if that would make it better. I think that would just make it worse, because if someone buys out Nintendo, then they're just gonna potentially make really not great choices based on their own desire for money. I think Nintendo needs competition in their categories. I think the Digimon game that came out recently is a really good example of a game that is coming out, or that has come out, that is going to potentially result in them shifting their focus and adjusting their strategy. I think there are other games that could potentially come out that would do the same. I can't think of other examples. I think Astrobot was a good one for Mario to compete with. So I hope that more competition comes out for Nintendo's very specific niche. But the problem is that Nintendo, and Pokemon especially, have nostalgia going. And nostalgia wins out a lot of the time where people will still buy the game even when the game is going to be bad. Because they want the nostalgia of I'm playing something that I love, right? Even if it doesn't push the genre or do anything special or different. Votes do not matter because it's like 10% of the votes. The thing is, the nope, didn't do it in time. Ooh, I should actually look at the poll. Yeah, Four Kings comes out one at a time. And also, I actually think Dragonkin Soldier is the best boss out of those, personally. I think, honestly, this year, we could see... You know what? Actually, I am going to kill this, because I need money. I think, honestly, this year, we could see the community vote and the critic vote be the same. But I don't know if we will. It depends how much people still want E33, because E33 for most of the year was talked about by almost everybody, even people that didn't play that game or that type of game, right? And then Silksong came out, and that became a lot of people's, oh my god, I've been waiting for this for so long. But it also wasn't met with the resounding love that E33 was met with. So I don't know if it still holds that beloved community spot or not. Phase raise you to double damage. Yep, yep. Yeah, keep the finder a mini refine. Exactly, exactly. Yes, every single thing in the game is randomized. All the items are. If they split the awards between the two, I don't know if they'll do that. They might. But again, I don't think that Silksong is the second best game that came out this year. I think Blueprints or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 are. Blueprints is a... how do I put this? Astrobot last year is one of the best platformers that I personally have never played, but it is a thing that you would recommend to people regardless of whether they like platforms. Baldur's Gate 3 the year before is one of the best RPGs that has ever come out, and you would recommend that to people even if they don't like turn-based RPGs because it is that good. E33 is one of the best turn-based RPGs in a Final Fantasy style game that has ever come out, and people that don't like turn-based games love that game, and you'd recommend it to people no matter whether they like that game because it's that good. Blueprints is one of the best puzzle games and is a unique genre that you recommend to people even if they don't like puzzle games because it is that good and people can love it just like all those others. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even if you don't like fantasy sims that are life sims in that style, you'd recommend because it does it the best of its genre to date. But I don't know if you'd recommend Silksong to people that don't like Metroidvanias or haven't played Hollow Knight. I don't know if you'd recommend Hades 2 to people that don't like roguelikes and didn't play Hades 1. You know? I don't agree with Astrobot being Game of the Year. Last year, what would you pick last year if you were picking one? I don't remember what was up for it anymore. I think I said Metaphor was my Game of the Year. Even though I didn't play it, I felt like Metaphor should have won. Based on what I know. Because endgame spoilers for both. Fair. But the thing with Silksong and Hades 2 is I just don't think that I, as a person, recommend those to people that don't play that genre of game. But E33, Blueprints, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even Split Fiction, which is another one that's potentially up for it, you would recommend to people that don't play those genres because they're that good and they transcend the genre that they are. And that's what I think makes them Game of the Year. When it's something that you would recommend to everybody to play because it's just that good. And Silksong and Hades 2 suffer from the fact that I don't know if you recommend those to people. Balatro, yeah! Balatro was, last year was another game. Even if you don't like poker, you recommend that to people because it's that good. You know? Are you dead? Yes, good. I got 7 2s. But that's maybe my criteria is shifted over the years. I think that the criteria should be for Game of the Year. This is the best game that came out this year, and even if you don't play this type of game, oh my god, I got Warrior Jar Shard. Even if you don't play this type of game, you need to play this game because you will love it regardless. I think that's what my criteria is now. Never mind everything else. Never mind all the different things that go into making the game good. If the game is good enough to recommend to everyone, no matter who it is, because the game is that good, I think it probably deserves Game of the Year. Realizing the game may not be fully for you. Totally fair. It's totally fair. Only won because journalists were able to win. To beat the game? Man, that one IGN journalist from Cuphead is never living that down, are they? Trying to think what are the other games that are like crazy highly rated this year that people have been talking about. Oh, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is a totally fine, fun game, but I don't see recommending that to people that don't play Donkey Kong games or like Nintendo games, you know? Games Fall is that exclusive, which is stupid. It is true, it is exclusive, but I don't think that being exclusive should push you away from being Game of the Year. Because God of War 2018, for example, I would have had that as Game of the Year. And that was an exclusive. It's not anymore, but at the time it was, you know? Okay, Black Myth Wukong. Kristen! Kristen, we talked about this. Kristen, I swear to God. Thank you. Jesus. Because you can't play the game yourself. Yeah, 100%. Totally. Like, ZA could come out and be the greatest Pokemon game they've ever made, but it will push me away from playing it because it's only on a Nintendo system. You know? Okay, Black Myth Wukong. I don't think I haven't finished Black Myth Wukong, but from what I've played, I don't think Black Myth Wukong deserved Game of the Year. It didn't do anything like particularly revolutionary. Oh my god, that's Dragon Halberd. Can I upgrade that all the way? No, I'm missing an 8. Okay, if I get an 8, we're using Dragon Halberd. I think Black Myth Wukong was fine, but it was really more of a boss rush than an actual, like, exploration game. I think if there had been more of a focus on exploration and finding stuff in between bosses, it would have been better. Shadow of the Erd Tree shouldn't have even been nominated. It wasn't a game. I don't give a shit if it's the size of a game. It wasn't a game. It didn't deserve to be nominated. It was the best DLC of last year, and it should have been put up for DLC of the year, or that should be a category if it doesn't exist. But 1,000,000% should not have been even nominated. Astrobot, didn't play it, but totally fair that it was up for it. Balatro possibly should have won, because Balatro was incredible. Metaphor. I think Metaphor was really good from what I was hearing, and I think it deserved it as Game of the Year, but wouldn't have necessarily been my personal because I didn't play it. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth being nominated was fine. I haven't played it yet, and I really want to. But it is also a remake, kind of, but it's also not a remake. It's really weird. I think remakes should also get their own category rather than being nominated for Game of the Year as well. It's not a category, but it should be, and you agree. Yeah, like, I think they should expand some of the categories to, because there's so many things, you know? I think remakes should be a category, because then it encourages people to remake games that we love and potentially make them better. You know what? I'm just gonna go kill whatever this Radon is. I don't feel like grabbing the Grace. I don't need it. It's fine. A lot of bias because you really like the mythology and God of War style games. Totally fair, Crown. And that's the difference again between like the game of the year and personal game of the year. Also, I've yet to find a great rune, which is really disappointing. Pretty anti-remake. I like remakes when the remake is like actually good and it is something that I want to play a new version of again. And there have been some fantastic remakes of games that are games that we love, you know? Anti-Rainbow, you're good with remasters. I'm all lumping it all into the same category. They rarely are good, though. We say that, but I know there are good ones that are out there. Like, all the Resident Evils that have come out lately are all really, really, really good. And I think those are considered remakes, or at least some of them are. I'd Google, but I'm kind of in the middle of a speed run. If someone wants to Google the best remakes of all time. They remake it randomly and it wasn't even that old to begin with. Yes, I agree. Sometimes they're bad. I'm not saying all of them are good. I'm not like pro just make remakes, but I also know that there are some games where I'm like, man, I really love this game and I wish they would just remake / remaster it. Which again, I'm lumping all into the same category because to me, where the fuck did you go? There you are. I'm so dead. I'm not dead. Also, this guy is tanky as fuck right now? What is happening? Oh. Apparently I got hit. Last of Us really bothers me. That's one that they need to stop putting and shoving down our throats. I'm so sick of The Last of Us. I mean, half the Dark Souls, 2/3 technically of the Dark Souls, if you count Elden Ring, it's half. Half the Dark Souls series has been remastered, you know? These remakes that cost a full AAA game price. I think it can be justified. I don't like it, but I do think that if the remake is substantial enough, then it is justified to do so. Like if a game was released back in like the early, I don't know, the late 90s, early 2000s, right? And then they give us an updated game with a brand new graphic engine and everything, I think that's fair to charge a full price, you know? And then there's some times where they shouldn't do that because it's not enough of a change or anything, you know? I can't get around to the weak point. Something as good as RE then is fine, but nothing less. Yes, agreed. It needs to be substantial enough to charge full price. Ah, yes, the Warcraft 3 remake. Good times. That was one of the worst ones I've ever played. Across any company ever. Final Fantasy VII was bad because they changed the entire game. See, I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII. I've never played it. But I really enjoyed the thing that they did where they actually made the remake have a different story. Because it meant that there wasn't just you playing the game and like, oh, I know everything's going to happen. It was actually a new experience for everybody involved. Now, obviously, if you're a big Final Fantasy VII fan, that probably was a bad thing. But from an outside perspective, never playing the original ones, I actually quite liked it. I thought that was cool. As a remake, it's bad. Totally fair. Totally fair. Like I said, I wasn't bothered by it. I understand what people were, but I thought it was kind of cool to actually do like a twist on the remake style where there's a whole new story and stuff so that people that are playing it again are able to actually have that same sense of discovery rather than just knowing everything that's going to happen. Geraldine's routine, baby. Okay, where am I going now? Let's go to Margit. Oh, with regular battle mechanics. Yes, Let's Go's engine. People talk about Let's Go's catching mechanic all the time, which is not for adults, it's for kids. So like, I don't really give a shit. But man, Let's Go's engine is the best Pokemon has ever looked. God, that game graphically look incredible. Plus the fact you can have any Pokemon out and you can ride all of them and stuff and like have them as like your replacement for the bike. Hello, Canada. So cool. Oh, it's this moose too. Where are you going? Going right here. Perfect. Magma Canada, indeed. Indeed, it is Magma Canada. I didn't roll, apparently. How did that? Someone explain how that missed. I was directly behind you when that hit. There is zero chance that that missed. I don't agree. Man, when you get hit the head, you do a lot more damage. It's crazy. Give me a great room, baby. Okay, there's one of two. Let's go do Academy. I'm not gonna do Margit because Margit I can potentially skip entirely. Not that it would be that bad right now because Margit's low scale, but give you actually specs. I have a really good example of a game that was remade or remastered, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where they kept the original everything, and I think it was a bad idea. Demon Souls. Demon Souls is a remake of a game that looks graphically the best a Souls game has ever looked. It's fucking gorgeous. But that game has all the old mechanics, and I think that it's a bad choice because a lot of the old mechanics from the original game are not good mechanics. Like if you want to get your smithing stone is upgraded and shit, you basically have to farm stuff. There's no way to get it guaranteed or anything like in modern games, right? You have to harvest and farm all of your healing if you want to, which is also a bad mechanic. 90% of the bosses in that game are gimmick bosses, which is also bad mechanics. Between a remake and remaster? No, I get that. I understand there's a big distinction between them. I do. But I do think that Final Fantasy VII changing things so that people can have an actual new experience, like what Dan said, I think is good. They flip people's expectations. I agree. I think that I understand why people don't like it, but I think sometimes doing that change and flipping the expectation, doing something new is a good thing. And I think Final Fantasies 7's was a good thing, personally, but again, I totally understand why people don't like it, so, you know. Probably afraid to change anything and yelled at. Oh, entirely possible, but that company is also the company that does, like, some of the best remakes or remasters or whatever ever, so they do a good job. Was it Blue Point? Is that the name? Blue Point, I think? And I will say, if Final Fantasy VII had come out and it was just a remaster where it was just graphically looking better and it was exactly the same, the combat was the same, the story was the same and everything, people would have said, oh man, I wish they had changed this, I wish they had changed that, I wish they had done this, I wish they had done that. So no matter what as a company, I don't think you win that. When you have something that is based in nostalgia and you bring it out again, and you either change things or don't change things, you're going to have a vocal part of the fan base. Not a minority, not a majority, because I don't know, but you're going to have a vocal part of the fan base that is going to complain because they're not happy that you didn't do the thing that they wanted you to do, even though a bunch of other people were happy with them not doing it. Or them doing it, depending on which way it goes. Oh God, it's Lamenter! Well, this is a bad boss to get here. Fuck. Where are you? On the bright side, I do enough damage I can skip his phase. That's nice. So I just have to find the real one, and then I can skip most of the phase. That's great. They've been in the studio, yeah. The Final Fantasy equivalent of a Pokemon Gen 1er? Okay. Let me just say, as a person that played Gen 1 Pokemon, all the people that think Gen 1 is the best are silly and don't remember how actually shit it was, because it is actually very bad. Gen 1 missing, Ghost being unable to do, or psychic types being immune to ghost damage, even though they were, you know, supposed to be weak to it, but they, like, programmed it wrong. It might have some iconic Pokemon that we remember from our childhood, but man, Gen 1 was shit. We officially moved out of Halloween music, by the way, and now we're just listening to the rest of the list. You're probably a Gen 4-er. Gen 4 might be one of the worst generations of Pokemon that they've ever made, but was only saved because Pokemon Platinum came out, and everyone talks about Gen 4 as being good because Pokemon Platinum exists. If Pokemon Platinum hadn't have come out, everyone would have been like, oh man, Gen 4 is terrible, because it really is. Diamond and Pearl, hot garbage. Diamond and Pearl, you don't get access to like half of the new Pokemon until after you beat the Elite Four. It's stupid. There's also like 3 fire types. You hear a lot more people not like hate people, those that hate the changes being present or not because people like it, just play it. Yep. Yep, people that complain are definitely the ones that are loud on the internet versus the ones that are playing it. It's true. Listen, if you like Renala, chat, I'm so sorry to tell you, she was eaten by a snake. She's dead. I'm sorry. You meant from an engine point of view? I don't know if I would say from an engine point of view. I actually think Gen 5's engine was better. I think Soul Silver and Heart Gold are really good games though. Like very, very, very good games. I think you also just like Gen 2. I also like Gen 2. I think Gen 2 is extremely good. It has arguably the worst leveling curve in all of Pokemon. It's terrible, but I do think that it has the most interesting story perspective, where it is the after effect of a game, kind of like how Black 2 White 2 is the after effect of the original game. I wish there would have been more Pokemon games that did the double area where you can get not only I found one great room. This is insane, where you not only get the base area that you're in, like the base region you're in, but you also get a second region you can go to. I think more games should have had that. Gen 5 is overhated. So the reason Gen 5 was hated at the time was because Nintendo did the thing that everyone was begging them to do. And then people were like, wait, no, not like that. Because at the time, Gen 5 was 150 brand new Pokemon, so there was no returns of any favorites. If you were playing through the game for the first time, you were not... Weird. You were not getting... You couldn't find Pikachu, you couldn't find Charmander, or any of the Gen 1 ones. It was just Gen 5 Pokemon. Which was something people wanted because they wanted new Pokemon and they wanted a full new experience, and they made that, and then everyone was like, wait, no, actually, I really wanted to have my personal favorite. I just didn't want the rest of them. It's like, can't have both. And they never did it since, which is really too bad because I think that doing that was actually a really, really good step to make Pokemon feel interesting and to force you into finding new favorites every single time. And the Gen 5 story as well is just like top tier. Plus, then they did the sequel with Black 2, White 2, which was also an incredible choice to make. And then people still didn't like it because people wanted, you know, the old version of what they had, not the new version, not the new stuff they did. I do think that Gen 8 has my favorite designs for Pokemon, though. All right, I guess I'm going to Margit. I was trying to avoid it. I already did you. It is the next fastest thing. It makes sense. Every other Pokemon, every other gen is a separate $30 DLC. Nintendo would do that. Nintendo would do that. The fact that you can't even get all the megas in the next game unless you pay for them is an insane decision that they've made, and I so strongly disagree with. There's golden eyes there. Why are there golden eyes there? Huh. So, interesting. It's a mirror, which makes sense. The golden eyes back there are one of his hands. So that means that the hands in this fight have the ability to be golden eyes. And also that means that technically speaking, the hands have eyes. That's interesting. Pay for them and pay for several months of online. Mm-hmm. In fear of the night, the hands of don't know if you vibe with a third-person change for Pokemon in general. Play Zeta. Or not Zeta. Don't play Zeta. Play PLA. PLA is awesome. PLA is really good. PLA still features one of the best boss fights that they've ever done in any game. And I don't know if they're ever going to top it. Because it's just that good. They might with Zeta, but that depends on Zeta being a good game. For the original top-downish perspective, I don't mind the new one. I don't have much of a preference either way. I think both have good games that both have their places, and both have bad games that both have their places, so. And that's another thing that people were requesting. People wanted to see more realistic Pokemon and like better sprites and models and stuff. So they did that, and people weren't happy. It's that whole damned if you do, damned if you don't thing from Final Fantasy as well. Hey, we finally got a remembrance. I should have come here earlier. And obviously, top-down perspective 100% still works for a lot of games. Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 are both examples of that top-down perspective being like really solid still. E33 is an example of Final Fantasy's original combat style being able to work and do some tweaks and add some stuff to it. But the fans of the franchise wanted shifts and changes because they've been playing it for so long. And as a game company, having to reconcile with either your fans that are playing the game and want change, or keeping the same, and like, you know, it feels like there's no winning. Top-down doesn't sell as well nowadays. I mean, again, Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 are both incredible games that are, I don't know how popular, but incredible games that are beloved. So I think that it definitely can sell. It's just a question of how you do it. And whether your fans want that or not. And I don't know if most Pokemon fans actually want that or not. Hey, great Rune! I should have come your way earlier. I'm a fool. You want Pikachu voiced by Ryan Reynolds? That'd be really funny if they did that. Probably enough statistics. I don't know if they give a shit. Weirdly. Despite me saying that, like, the companies will do what their fans want, I don't think Nintendo gives two fucks. Because if Nintendo had the statistics and knew what people wanted, they would be putting all the old Pokemon games on the Switch. As like a paid fee or something, or like a big mega fun collection like we talked about with like Dark Souls. I don't know if Nintendo fucking cares of what sells better. Oh, I agree they have the stats of what sells better, but we also know the things that would sell really well from them, and I don't know if they give a shit about what sells well. I think they just want to do whatever they want to do, for better or worse. Counter argument, Danny DeVito, that'd be funny. It's really a question of, do we think Nintendo cares about its fans or not? And given choices lately, I'll be honest, I don't know if they do anymore. They care about our wallets? Sure as hell feels like that. Well, it's almost endless. Oh yeah, I also got capital access and I killed DTS. Totally forgot. That's a fake gold. Ignore that gold. Try something new. Oh, they bought it. Keep doing it. Yeah. I am going to look up what the best remakes are after this as well, because I'm super curious now. Can I do that right now, actually, while I'm on this elevator? Maybe. Companies either care about their games or their fans. True. I agree with that. Stuff I don't think they care. Yeah. To be fair, there are some of the lawsuits I agree with. Like, there was that recent one where there was some Reddit mod or something who was, like, actually selling their games, but, like, the modern one to make a profit. Like, yes, I fully support Nintendo going after that person because that person was doing things that are literally illegal. But some of the other shit they go after is definitely a little crazy. And it's purely designed to drive a profit for them, which is whatever. It's their games. They can do it if they want, technically, but... Okay, I have a list of the best video game remakes ever from The Gamer. We'll see if we agree with these. And also if they're considered remakes or remasters. I don't know if they will be. I'm going based off their list, okay? Or Specs yells at me. The Stanley Parable. Is that a remake? I guess it was kind of a remake. Because it was originally made in Gary's mod, and then they actually turned it into a full-fledged game. Does that count? I feel like that kind of counts. But it's a little on the sketchy side. You hear me? Yes, this is a list of the best remakes according to The Gamer. So if they are remakes or remasters, don't yell at me. You can yell at The Gamer. Not me. I'm just reading the list. Wow, with Power World is outrageous. I agree. I agree. I think the Power World stuff is outrageous for sure. Bit of a stretch. Counter-Strike has similar origin. That's true. Counter-Strike did, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Dead Space remake. That one is very good, I've heard. That one is apparently an extremely good remake and worth the money. So I think that counts. Remaster, now it's mid. Okay. You call that a remaster, not a remake. Don't they call it a remake? I feel like they call it a remake. Maybe I'm wrong. Ooh. It's a remake? Okay. Yeah. Ha! Specs, see? Changed a lot in Lego games. Okay, cool. Real game knowledge. Why are you having the argument with me then? Mod project becoming a full game. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, this is one I hadn't even thought about, but I think does technically fall into this list. The Binding of Isaac. Because that did get, as far as I know, that did get a remake, didn't it? Isn't that just updates? No, they did like a full like refresh and stuff. From what I know, at least. Oh, I'm not in my game. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Oh, hello, Theodorix. First Elden Lord. That's actually a weirdly appropriate title for you. Although Giant would have been better, but whatever. Hang on, I'll read their explanation. This was not enough for Isaac. Later reborn in 2014 with Binding of Isaac Rebirth, it removed the limitations of the Adobe Flash from the original with plenty of art remade. New enemies added, extra playable characters, and a bit more of everything. Its remake so subtle but expansive that you can't help but admire its seamlessness. So it was remade without Flash and with new enemies and stuff. I think that counts. Because that was an actual remake with a new engine and stuff to get rid of the old limitations. I would say that counts personally. Now. Again, I haven't played Binding of Isaac, so I don't know how substantial it is, but based on that description, I would say yeah. That move is so unnecessarily flashy. I would love another Great Rune here. Or just 2 Golden Seeds, that's fine, whatever. Okay, okay, I have a game that I've never heard of. Colossal Cave. I've never heard of this game in my life. It was apparently originally released, a super famous game, okay. It was originally released as a on January 1st, 1976 as a text-based video game. And then they turned it into a full 3D remake, so that's definitely one for sure. Ooh, System Shock. Because System Shock did get a remake recently, didn't it? Yeah, 2023. Let's go to 40. I don't need that. We'll do that. Is it your mom joke somewhere in there? There is. It's true. Okay. So System Shock is one. Metroid Zero Mission. I forgot about that one. That definitely counts. Also, I forgot to split again. I keep forgetting to split. I keep forgetting I'm doing a speedrun. We're talking about all this stuff. Oh, I already fought a red bear. I don't need to fight the red bear. At least your scaling won't be like crazy. Or it shouldn't be. It's the normal randomizer. Honestly, want to. You should play the remaster of Metroid Prime they put on the Switch. That's really good. It is Rick. It's true. It's basically Rick. That's funny. Oh yeah, we're fine. He does like no damage. We're good. Siren Blood Curse. Never played it. Heard of it. But that's one on the list. Punch Out for the Wii. That's true. That was a remake.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Ah, one of the Yakuza games. This one is Kiwami. Apparently that's a remake. Again, I don't know if that counts as a remaster, but apparently that's a remake. Black Mesa. Don't know that. Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. I forgot about Dead or Alive. That game series is insane. No. You love casually reading a list while fighting a boss. To be fair, this boss is not very intuitive for doing things. It's not very complicated. There's not a lot going on. Intuitive is the wrong word. It's not very complicated. Or complex. It's press R1, press R1, press R1. Dodge. Okay. That is not a great rune, which means we're still on the hunt for great runes. It's Black Mesa remake. It says a Source Engine remake of Half-Life 1. Apparently. Dead or Alive 2, Resident Evil 2. We talked about Resident Evil 2 already. Resident Evil 4. Star Fox 64.
Hello again. Allow me. You are unable.
Is actually a remake of its earlier SNES counterpart. I did not know that.
So I'd like you to the flame of Ren and guide you.
It's a remake, but it's also fan-made. Got you. I did not know that Star Fox 64 was a remake of the SNES one.
Share them with me.
That 100% counts. That's without a shadow of a doubt. That 1,000,000% counts for this list, for sure. Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 is a remaster, not a remake. We're trying to figure out what the best remakes are. And although that is something that is technically a remaster. Although it might be on this list, we'll see. But Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is definitely something, for sure. GoldenEye 007. The Wii one? I guess is what they're talking about? And the Nintendo... I don't know if I count that. I don't know about that. 2016 was notoriously bad. Let's see. Is that the one they're talking about? They're talking about... Yes, they're talking about 2016. Okay. I don't know Ratchet and Clank, so I'll take your word for it. So we disagree with that one. I disagree with GoldenEye being on this list. I don't know why that made it here. Oh, this is a good one. Shadow of the Colossus. Although I think that might be considered a remaster. But Shadow of the Colossus, the new one was definitely a lot better. Although it wasn't a new engine, so would that be considered a remake? Remaster? Okay. They have not Conquer, but they have I can't see the name. What the fuck is Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. I'm not a big Crash Bandicoot fan, and I know that James is not either, but from what I can tell, those were really good remakes, and I think those are considered remakes. Same with the Spyro games. Okay, okay. Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. Is on this list. I don't know anything about Metal Gear. People enlighten me. Considered a fancy remaster, which makes it a remake. See, and this is where the whole remake versus remaster thing gets like wishy-washy and really convoluted and complicated. Resident Evil 1. They're talking about the GameCube and Wii version. Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we've already talked about being some people's favorite or not favorite. That's at number 3, by the way. Resident Evil 7. That's at number 3. Zack Snyder. That's like getting Zack Snyder to reshoot The Godfather. I didn't add anything, so it's a remaster, or is it a remaster or a remake? It's a question of, do you consider an entirely new engine a remake? I would. If you have to do the entire game and remake it in a new engine, I think that's a remake and not a remaster. A remaster just implies you gave it a nice touch of paint and a glow up. But if you're redoing the entire thing in a new engine, I think that counts. Also, who's this going to be, Moog? Oh, Loretta. You like Remakester? Remakester is good, Mixel. I agree. Number 2 is one that I wouldn't have considered a remake, but it 100% is, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And I don't know why I didn't think about it being a remake, but it absolutely is a remake. Number 2 on the list is Pokemon Let's Go. And those are 100% remakes. It's literally Gen 1 remade. And it is better than Gen 1, except for the catching mechanic. Ooh, James disagrees. Hey, great room. I need one more. But that makes sense. I hadn't thought about those being remakes. I never think about Pokemon games being remakes because it's just re-releasing the Pokemon game. That would also make Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes as well, because they're entirely new engines with entirely new mechanics. So those would be really good remakes too, but I hadn't thought about that. And number 1 on the list is Spyro, by the way. I have no idea what we're listening to right now. Still the best Pokemon games? They are my number 2. They are my number 2. They're my number 1 for traditional Pokemon games, but they're my number 2. Yeah, my bot isn't working right now. I have to, like, fix it. Someone named Jeff Castellucci? Number 1, Scarlet Violet. Yeah, how'd you know? Now, number 1 is PLA 100%. No Zelda game? No Zelda game. No Zelda game in that list of remakes. What would even be a... What Zelda game would even be considered a remake? Because they usually do... I guess Link's Awakening would be a remake. Majora 3D, true, and Zelda, Ocarina of Time, 3DS as well. Wind Waker, ooh, Wind Waker's a good one. Yeah, Wind Waker should definitely be on the list. Wind Waker HD is like 1,000 times better than actual Wind Waker. Actual Wind Waker has so many fucking problems with it. Twilight Princess, is Twilight Princess a remake? I guess kind of, but it's really just more like the game is flipped. He's a part of voice play? Ah, fair enough. Doesn't press or does double presses when you don't want it to. As an HD remake. See, and this is where the whole, like, it's like roguelikes and roguelites, and then people, like, correct you if you say the wrong one, and it's like, I don't, listen, we all know what I meant, and you're just being pedantic. It doesn't, can we just agree to call them, if I say remake, you know what I mean, and if I say roguelike, you know what I mean? Can that just be what we do from now on? Do we have to be specific? Yeah, no, the bot is completely broken. The apparently, from what I'm reading, the Spotify API thing that like lets Songify read what's going on in my Spotify, they updated it or changed it, so I have to redo the link to make it work. So there's no one here. Never mind. I found Radigan. This is the longest run ever. There we go. Radigan, I'm gonna need you to give me a great rune, and then there's a chance. There's a chance. It's a small chance, but there is a chance that we beat our best time. Great rune. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Did I get a sombre yet? No. And I did not get more sevens. Okay. Someone has, I still have a list up of like remakes. Now it's on Reddit. Someone has the Final Fantasy III remake on the DS. I didn't even know there was one. Oh yeah, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are up there. Forgot about those. Those are definitely remakes for sure. God, Nintendo just pumps out fuck tons of remakes, eh? But doesn't call them remakes? Huh. Nier Replicant is apparently a remake. Is that a remake? Your top 3 Pokemon games? It's good. It's a replicate. How dare you? You think there's a chance that I do this? I have to make it all the way to Fire Giant, and I have to make it all the way to Rad Beast in less than, what, 19 minutes? Oh yeah, Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door had a remake too. Nowadays they call them remakes. Do they? Because like Let's Go was a fairly recent one. They didn't call that a remake. Did they call 1,000-Year Door a remake? Thank you, Cutie, for blessing me. I need it. Also, I definitely missed that other bless from 24 minutes ago. Thank you for that. Crab. Was a bad remake? Really? What was bad about it? Reject humanity, become crab. Crab souls. That's a game I never finished. The end game of that game really annoyed me. Give us crab ending. Oh my god, this fucking lobster. Okay. 1 out of 10, Dora is too similar in ages to Traneth. How dare you? Also, what are the chances of that? I just picked up a Ghost Glovewort 7 and a Grave Glovewort 7 from the exact same place. Hi, Bale. Hey, Dan, I found Bale. In case you were looking. It's Black Blade Bale. BBB. I can't get up. I can't. Fuck you, Bale. Fuck you. Rank runs at 30 FPS, so the GameCube is 60. The GameCube one is 60? A bunch of dialogue was censored. Fuck that noise. That's stupid. Game down to phase 2. Let's go, Dan. Hell yeah. All right, get your bets in now. What are the final bosses? We've got 2 phases to Fire Giant, 1 for Godskin Duo, 2 for Malekith, a Gideon, 2 Godfreys, and 2 for Radabeast. So you've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 bosses to guess. There is no prize aside from feeling accomplished about your guess. But feel free to guess. Have we had Rick? Unfortunately, we have seen Rick. Rick was Tree Sentinel, which makes me sad because I was really hoping we'd be seeing Rick, but we saw him immediately, unfortunately. Reset the run. I was tempted when I saw him, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I got Mitchell's favorite weapon. Adula and Elden Beast for Fire Giant, okay. If both Fire Giants were somewhere in the pool, that'd be funny. It'd be really funny if we got the 2 phases to a boss, but in reverse order on one. GameCube runs the game better. That's insane, Mitchell. That's ridiculous. Gonna be Leonine Misbegotten, okay. It is Gaius. But I think there was going to be a door there. Too much door randomizer. Via Gaius, specifically. Fuck you. What's up, T-Bone? I don't know if I like that nickname. How's it going, Ender? Phase 2's a Beastman. Okay, okay. Every death is a hit on a joint. Oh boy. Well, that would definitely make you very high by the end of it for sure for Bale for your first kill. God citizens will be Crystallians. Okay. Yeah. I was really hoping I was going to hit him there, which was going to kill him, but then I missed. It's a watchdog! Just a very quirky Albinaric archer. It's true. It's true. Great. Three Garrod and Crystallians and survive first try. I was terrified. I one day want to fight the patch 1.0 version of a lot of these bosses. Because, like, some of them got nerfed, like the Crystallians. And some of them I want to see for myself if they actually changed. Because Radon is one that is the most famous example where everyone's like, I beat pre-nerf Radon! Without realizing that the nerf lasted for like a week before they reverted it. But everyone talks about it like it was this like crazy nerf and it was so much harder before. And I'm curious how much of it was reverted, because there is actually in the patch notes you can see where they're like, oh, we fucked up, we accidentally nerfed him, our bad, let's undo that. And nobody pays attention to that for some reason. It's very, very weird.
This world and death, are you to commit?
We basically all be pre-nerfed to Radon? Yes. Yes. But that's why I want to try it out. I want to see if like because you can see that there was a reversion of their version in the actual patch notes. I'm super curious what that actually looks like, and if that actually was like drastically changed back. So all they did was undo an nerf. Let me have this. Yeah, it's really funny here seeing people talk about it as like, he was so much harder before. Nah. The Crystallian trio, though, that was harder. That they changed. You want a mod that puts all the bosses in their prime? There is a mod, kind of. There is Unalloyed Melania. Then there's a Morgott one, and there's a Rolana one, and possibly a Malekith one? Maybe? Malekith's prediction is Malekith. I can already confidently tell you Malekith is not Malekith. And the reason that I know that Malekith is not Malekith is because if Malekith replaced Malekith, Malekith falls to the floor or through the floor to his death, which instantly transports you the second you arrive in Far Missoula, like you killed Malekith. So we know it's not Malekith, unfortunately. Sorry. True, yeah, that kind of Everdark Sovereigns. It's true, it's true. Should be the hardest boss. I mean, they did a good job, but he's definitely one of the, for your first playthroughs, he's definitely up there with Melania as the hardest boss, at least in my opinion. Yeah, bad. It's literally the second that Far Missoula is loaded into the game, because it doesn't exist until you load into it. If you load into Far Missoula from anywhere, that happens. I can actually demonstrate that after this. Oh god, it's a lobster! I think my neighbors think that I, like, cook with seafood a lot and I'm terrified of it. Or do you think they know it's a game? It's number 6. Cool. You have surprise lobsters, that is somehow an issue. That is possible. That is true. Surprise lobsters are a very terrifying part of life. You must always be on the lookout for surprise lobsters. It's a Godskin hunter. Sorry, it's a Godskin Elemer. That's a terrifying idea. I hate that. Night Rain taking notes. No, 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 no. I was about to say, we should be getting a bleed proc somewhere here. There it is. I knew that was gonna happen. I definitely didn't have fear that I was about to be hit there and potentially killed, because there's a legitimate possibility this guy one-taps me. I'll be real with you. Do I hope that happens? Obviously not, but it could. This is definitely one of those bosses that's a lot easier in Night Rain if you're solo. Just because his moveset is way more predictable. Same in this game. Don't use summons on this guy. It's scary, but I promise, don't use summons. Godskin Trio with Elemer would be hype. Why would you put that out there in the universe? All right, Godskins is not where I split. It's Malekith. A BBH trio, terrifying. Terrifying. With Bales scaling, ugh. If only I could just teleport right over there. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be so convenient. We'd skip all this shit down here. Mesmer into Rykard. That'd be fun. Oh. We found Margit. He decided to take a vacation to Far Missoula and stare at the sights. That's fair. A nameless king copy with Bale and BBH. What, you want fucking BBH riding Bale into battle? Love it. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so in. Okay, how is my bird skip today? Not good. I think I died. I think I didn't get the quit out in time either. Man! I really need a day where I just practice all this. Oh, I didn't die. Let's go. You heard the noise though, eh? There we go. I heard the noise at least. We're behind, so we don't have time to grab the grace. We must just book it. There is no time. We have to just run to Malekith. You heard they had the floor noise? Right? I'm not crazy. I'm glad I'm not crazy. I definitely heard it though. Bale riding BBH in the battle would also be very funny. You know what? Let's just go full crazy mode. Let's just stack Bale on top of Placidusax, but on top of that, we have Senesax and Lanciax and Fortisax. Hey, Mesmer. Oh, I didn't roll apparently. That sucks. How's it going, Ryonic? How you doing? Feels semi-fitting. A little bit, I agree. We don't have time for the grace. We must hurry. And you know what you could call it? You could call it Bale and the Sax Quartet. Because there's 4 saxes. The only question is what sax would everybody play? I feel like Lanciax is... Senesax is alto. Lanciax is tenor. Placidusax is... Ooh, bass? A sax tax, indeed. Exactly. Is one gonna get a toy sax? Yeah, Bale. Because Bale can't actually play, but they want him to feel good about it. He's also the only member not in the actual family, so... The dread of the saxes? That's better. They'd sing? I like it, I like it. Grail would be the conductor, true. Or the manager. And you know who's on top riding them all? Vike. Because he likes dragons. Don't ask about their post-show routine. It's very personal. I got the poison break there. Really? Really, game? That's where you give it to me? Oh, it's a Crystallion. Who said Crystallion again? Who called it? I know someone did. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. The rivals the grayscales. That's pretty good. Okay. I am gonna level. I really want more damage because I'm very weak right now. Relative to where I like how much damage I should be doing, I'm very surprised at how weak I am. Freezing fog does sound like a man, it's true. It's true. But funny that they showed up at all. Gideon. Or, as this game has decided, I didn't get a single other talisman pouch. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Please don't be the snail.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden.
Please don't be the snail.
To become Elden Lord. It's a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle. Unto eternity.
I have terrible news. I have terrible news. It's the snail. For anyone that doesn't know, you see how there's the white whenever I hit this guy instead of red blood? That means it's the snail, because that's how that works. God fucking damn it. The snail would not be so bad if you could kill the snail while they were out. I understand why they didn't do that, because they want you to fight both of them into the snail, because they're like, haha, it's a fake Godskin duo. Like, I get it, but I still don't like it. That sucks. If I get the, if I die, I'll see if I have a small shield. Because parrying this guy is actually pretty solid. advanced and medium shield. And I don't think the other one had parry on it. His body is pushing me into the fire! What the fuck, man? Well, we're like 8 minutes over, so we're definitely not getting the the speedrun record from myself. Oh, God. How does that have no skill? What the fuck? What a terrible shield. There's still a chance. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Totally still a chance for me to go -9. Is moving at a snail's pace. Thank you, Rachel. I mean, frankly, at this point, I might just go upgrade my weapon all the way. Because I'm pretty sure I have the bell bearing for it. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Fuck that. Just make our lives easier. If I move fast enough, I can reverse time. Pretty impressive if I could do that. To be fair, if I could do that, I'd probably reverse back to before the fire started. If I had a choice. So I needed what? A 7? 2 7s? 2 7s. 2 7 sounds right to me. 2 7s. He had these the whole time? I'm a fool. I should have just come here earlier. I would also love a small shield for phase 2. Really? Wow. No small shields at all. Anywhere there. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, now.
Okay, and then I'll go ahead and do this with heavy. Where is it? Found it! What type of singers would the snails be? Background. They manage people. They're not the main focus. Why is this song considered a Halloween song? Is it just because of the whole they eat purple people or whatever? I've never understood why this is a Halloween-y one. Or were we just desperate for Halloween music and this was like one of the ones that was like, I guess we could put that on there. There's lines about cannibalism? I mean, there's lines about eating people, but it's eating purple people. Does that count? Also, is that cannibalism? Because he's a monster. Eating people is not cannibalism. Only if you're a person you eat people is that cannibalism. That counts, but that's not cannibalism. Cannibalism specifically is eating your own species. He just has a human-based meat diet, that's all. But it's also not like very Halloween even with that. It's too, I don't know, silly. At least for my taste. We're doing double the damage we were, which is kind of crazy that going from a plus 18 to a plus 25 doubles it. I also did make it heavy infused, so that probably is helping a lot too, but that's crazy. Even so. Okay. Unfortunately, we are doing strike damage, which is a lot worse against him. It also sucks that they can't bleed or frost or anything, too. Apparently I rolled too early. What's number week 2? I want to say slash, I think. We're looking talismans for an arcane slash bleed build. Are you doing attacks or spells? Like weapons or spells? Reduvia Eleonora's. Okay, I would go, if you're gonna go Ashes of War, obviously there's killing Alexander is a good one. Consecutive hit talisman is gonna be your friend for both of those as well, because both of those do very fast hits if you're attacking with them. Charged heavy is always a good option as well if you're looking for just some raw damage. Oh, fuck. I thought I was going to be able to stop him from doing that. No, Wingsword is over in Liurnia. You kill the Clean Rod Knight that has it. It's in that one cave. I need to drop 3 runes, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runes. Where you get the Sage Armor. But I would also do the Charged Attack Talisman, because there's no reason not to, if you need something else. You could do Radigan Sword Seal if you want to have some free stats in the beginning. That's always a really solid one to get when you're going with weapons. It's literally just free endurance, strength, dexterity, and vigor. 5 of each. And the amount of damage that you take relative to the defensive increase you get from not only your strength increase, but also from the health you get is completely worth the trade-off until about level 30 vigor, at which point it stops being as worth it. Yep, that's a Theroth. And frankly, if you're gonna go there anyways to kill the dragon, it's like completely worth your little bit of a sidetrack to go and get it from the fort. Which you might not go kill the dragon, but most people tend to, because, you know, there's like no downside to it. Gotta fill the first camp. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I would definitely consider killing Alexander as well. It depends if you want to use the Ash of Wars at the outset. Because if you want to use the Ash of Wars at the outset, having that 10% the whole way through the game rather than only waiting until you can get the 15%, the extra 5% is not going to be worth it unless you rush it, which you could do. But that's up to you. Hello, Maria. How's it going? There you are. Come here, snail. Alright. I mean, we got a decent talisman, at least. It's not my favorite talisman. I actually am not a big fan of this. I actually think this is bad categorically, but it's better than the +5 strength right now, so I'll wear it.
Cannot kill a god.
Which is problematic to keep track of quests. Yeah, that would probably be problematic. Yeah. This is a good way to make the game fight even worse. It really was. It really was. What was my prize after all of that? The Golden Rune 9. Fantastic. Hello, Kristen. Welcome back. How's work? Kristen, one of your children killed me earlier, and we had a question, which is, when it comes to the fingers in this game, are they all you? Oh, look, it's Margit, the first Elden Lord. Are they all you, or are you one of them, and like they're your children, or is it like a hive mind deal, like they're all you? Like which? How does it work? You ran out of finding boss ideas. I mean, we still could get Mesmer into Rykard. We've seen one of each, but it could happen. Morgoth forgot to change his name tag. It's true. It's true. Oh! Oh, good. Okay. Well. The seed was cursed from the beginning, apparently. What the fuck? This is what happens. If you see Rick at the beginning of your game, I can tell you right now, your seed is cursed, okay? I can confidently say it is cursed, and you should probably restart. Am I all the hands? Yeah, we're wondering if it's like a hive mind situation, or are you the mother and then each of them is your children? Different instance of your nails being done. Ah, okay, cool. So hive mind, yeah. You were right, Matt, you were right. Hello, June. How's it going? How are you today? So Mary Brown's, which my wife and I get chicken from pretty often, the one that we go to has started memorizing our order, and my wife has taken it to be like a bad thing. Like she's like, oh, Tran, they have our order memorized. And I think that's great because that means that we're becoming regulars and there's a chance that I'll start getting free chicken. Or at least more. My wife thinks it's because that means we go there too often. And I think we don't go there enough because I'm not getting free chicken yet. Wonderful.
Thy strength befits sacred.
Wouldn't she be like grandma because it met her? True. True. Technically, yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Started The Boys. I thought you watched The Boys already. I thought you watched The Boys after you watched Invincible. There is a lot of plot, but that show is fucked. Just wait till you get to the really fucked up shit, June. You're going to hate it. It's gonna be great. And I'm doing great. This run is so close to being so good. We're only 24 minutes over. only 24 minutes. That's all. Hello? Why are you not? And now my controller has died? What the fuck is happening? Oh boy, okay. Well, the Golden Order got a new pet. You don't know if you want to? Yeah, that's fair. Oh no, look at the damage. You're going to watch after. Ah, okay, got you. The scaling is really scary here. I'm terrified. Fuck you. I keep getting stuck under the stupid beast, man. Falling Star Base is easy. To be fair, first off, scaling does make even easy bosses hard. And also, this is the fully grown one, which means there is a couple other additional moves that it does have. Free runes, indeed. Free runes. Talking about? How did that hit me? Rude. Random small catacomb boss. It's very likely. It's also equally as likely that it's the first stage of PCR. Like shock factor for shock factor. Honestly, the plot with Huey so far not bad. How they continue writing as good as it is. Well, yeah. I'll let you. You know, I'm not even gonna say anything. Just, yeah. You'll see. I'm not saying nothing. That's not a confirmation that it gets bad or good. Just. That whole shock factor thing, keep that in mind, because, I know how I can put this. Season 1 is tame. There you go, that's how I can put it. Season 1 is extremely tame. Why did you not do your, Yeah, season 1 was before they actually were able to do, like, the crazy stuff. God, that was an insane scaling for that boss. Why are you weaker? Why is it weaker? happening? Like, even if this was like because of the Radigan and Elden Beast being different bosses, Radigan is a weaker boss than Elden Beast. So like Radigan should have lower scaling no matter what. It's been very, it has. Ever since I updated it, it's been very strange. Goodbye, Kindred. I got a strip of white flesh. I got 3 of them. 3 episodes in and I've gone jaw dropped at least 6 times. What do you mean season 1 is tame? Uh-huh. Yeah. You heard me. I said what I said. You just wait. You are in for a trip. We did it. Let's go. Only 30 minutes over. Cool. All right. Let's go. That was great. Except for being 30 minutes over. Aside from that, that was fantastic.